Hello, good people of the interwebs. This is the Bad Mini Painter here, and today we're painting up a Liberian in Terminator Armour. The last model I needed to paint from the Leviathan box set, so I'm done with that now. Everything is painted poorly, but still painted, and it's a pretty Space Marines can quite quickly become kind of boring to paint because slap 4 colors on them and well, that's it. But this is it's a really interesting model that you can do some cool stuff with. So I tried out some new stuff. Well, newish stuff. But first, Cantor Blue, a dark blue from Citadel, because his armor is darker than the average Ultramarine. So I selected a darker base coat, and I thinned it down quite a bit to not disturb all details ever. And then to darken it down further, I gave it a slapping of non-oil. And I didn't thin it down or anything, I just slapped it on there. Now for the axe I want to add some gradation and color variation, so I used Sortek Green, Temple Guard Blue and Ivory Tusk from Two Thin Coats. And what I slowly did was mixing them together, so I got a lighter and bluer color. So the base color was Sortek Green, and then Temple Guard Blue slowly mixed into that one, and then Ivory Tusk slowly mixed into that mix. And then I just tried to do some gradient, and I didn't quite get away with it as I hoped I would. I thought I would have been able to do it better, but it was okay. It doesn't look bad per se. Next, Mephiston Red, and that is for one set of the hoses he has running around on his body. Pipes, tubes is the right word. And also for all the wax sigils for his many purity seals out there. Morfang Brown from Citadel for the book. He doesn't really have any leather on him besides that book, so that was easy. I also did the handle of the axe. Corvus Black for all the joints, because it just dries as a nice latex leathery kind of thing. Lead Belcher for all the straight up metal parts, so that's the gun and part of the handle of the axe. Some of it is Retributor armor, the decoration is anyway. So, but Lead Belcher for the gun and yeah, all that good stuff. Retributor armor for the decoration on the axe head. Decoration, is that the right word? I don't know. Really trying not to fuck up my fairly poorly gradient color variation thingamabob experiment. And I managed to not fuck it up completely. And then this guy has a lot of decoration around on his armor, so I decided to give that Retributor armor as well. Now I took Temple Guard Blue and I mixed it 50-50 with the Flow Improver, and the end result was a really thin paint that I could just kind of let run into all the recesses on his armor. And he has these elaborate drawings. So what I managed to do is, I didn't get good enough footage of it, but what I managed to do was create a paint where if the tip touched down into the recess, the paint would just start flowing. And as you can see now, the end result is actually looking pretty good. So it has this kind of glowy effect. Sulker Yellow from Two Thin Coats for the yellow tubes. And then Mephiston Red again for all the seals. I forgot that the first go. So now you can see that I actually did it. And next up is Wraith Bone from Citadel for the sigils, for the parchment. Yes. And then I decided to create my own glaze, and I did that by thinning Wild Rider with airbrush flow improver again, and about 20% Wild Rider, 80% flow improver. But as you can see on the tubes and pipes, it worked out fairly well. Agrax Earthshade for the parchment to make it look old and worn. And also for the book. Or satchel, I've decided that it's a book because he's a librarian. That's Raglan Flesh Shade for all the Retributor armor parts. And finally non-oil for all the silver parts, and that's mainly the gun. And some of the handle of the axe. And finally, Crusader skin. You can use Golem and Flesh from Contrast, and just a dab in the facial area. And we're done! Now, there are definitely some things I would have wished that I'd done better, but I'm all in all pretty happy with the result on this model. I think some of my experiments actually panned out, so it doesn't look, well, complete shite. It looks decent, right? And really, what more can you ask for? Anywho, thank you so much for spending roughly 8 minutes on listening to me rambling on about me not being able to paint plastic models. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this kind of content, please do... Oh, just threw up a bit in my mouth. That should be a sign. If you enjoyed this kind of content, please leave a like, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe. It makes me happy. If you don't, sorry for wasting your time, and I recommend staying clear of me in the future. Yes. Have an awesome day. And bye.